Hello, everybody. What is up? Welcome back to the Rocket Radio Podcast, your rebellious Pokemon podcast. I am Zach Toshi, joined by JPR, the Pokeraf, infamous trainer, and today's topic will be brought to you by the Pokeraf. Take it away, my bro.
It's about time the British got some good recognition for once. So, of course, ladies and gents, Pokemon Legends EA is coming out real soon, and there's bound to be loads of innovations that are going to come forward in this game. However, today we're going to discuss some of the older games and look back at what we thought were the good parts about the games and the bad parts, and also bring forward recommendations that we want to see in future games or even Pokemon Legends EA. So, I guess I'll start off with something good that I like about the Pokemon games, a good feature, and even though I've defended ORAS over and over again, I'm going to talk about the DexNav. Did anybody enjoy using the DexNav here? Did you guys enjoy using the DexNav?
DexNav was fire, dog.
Fire, bro.
It was
Literally
Fire, dog. Shiny hunting?
It was fire,
dog.
You know,
proper.
just as fire as DexNav, but we only got in one game ever. The habitat list in Black 2, White 2.
The what? I don't even know
The
what it
habitat
is.
list, bro.
I don't think I used
Yeah,
that.
that way you can find hidden
Like
Pokemon
to-
that are not.
You mean
It would tell you like every Pokemon that lived in an area, basically. So you were
That's
be like,
so
"Oh, I'm
interesting.
done with this
forgot
area."
about that.
Oh, I remember that. I never messed with that, but I
Yeah.
remember that was in the game.
It's
Wow,
a neat
that-
tool for like Nuzlocke and stuff. You can be like, "Oh, like I'm just hunting for nothing now. Okay, bye."
I think that's something I completely forgot about in the games. I need to try and go back and revisit that. The reason I like DexNav so much is because there's so many mini features in it. Like we mentioned already, you can find shiny Pokemon, hidden Pokemon. It's really good for chaining as well. And I thought that brought a really good experience for those types of games on the 3DS. I mean, obviously we've had similar mechanics with chaining and stuff in like X and Y and everything, but ORAS, it's pretty good with its DexNav functionality, I reckon.
I think
The-
ORAS did a lot of things wrong, but what it did right was all the features. You had contests, you had DexNav, you had soaring, you had secret bases. I mean, that's like the holy quartet of what you need right there. I mean, that just makes the game so much more fun to play.
Yeah, they had
Did-
everything except for the Battle Frontier.
Yeah.
Don't remind me.
did you guys actually like play contests like outside of like whatever main tutorial story stuff we had to do?
No, I mean
I don't. Nah,
a couple times.
Ruby and
A
Sapphire
couple,
and
but not
Emerald.
enough to leave like an impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the
I
most
didn't
that
play
I've done
Rubies.
contests was like in Platinum, because I would play against like my sibling or like my cousins, but like post Platinum, post Gen 4, I never really touch contests at all. If it, like me alone,
but
I
have
wouldn't.
Have you ever replayed a game in like specifically like Ruby and Sapphire, not Emerald because they have the battle tents and whatnot. Oh, I guess Omega Ruby out with Sapphire, but kind of done what they do in the anime, where it's like every time you get to a town that has a contest hall, you're like, I'm gonna hit up this contest real quick, This kind of like do gym badges and contest ribbons at the same time, but like you could speed run all the contests at once, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna space it out throughout my journey so I can feel like I'm Ash and I'm May at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Dual
See,
protagonist, yeah.
I would
I mean, that
say
is
that.
more content.
I would say that, but the
would be
thing
like-
is, you can only really do that in Ruby and Sapphire because in Emerald, all the contests except for the one in Lily Cove was replaced with the battle tents, and I didn't really like the battle tents.
The battle tents sucked ass, bro.
Yeah, and then in the Sinnoh games, it's literally just the Heart Home City where they contest
yeah.
all is that.
Yeah.
Like I wish
That-
like they added it across the region like that. That would have been fun. That's the one
It
thing
does
I would
create
give
this
Ruby and
crazy
Sapphire over
thing
Emerald.
though, where it's like you can't even get a Pokeblock case until like Lily Cove City after the Safari Zone, mind you. That Safari Zone takes like a big advantage of the Pokeblock case, but you have to go to Lily Cove first, get the Pokeblock case, and then backtrack to the Safari Zone in Emerald. It's so lame. I hate it.
Yeah, it was dumb. It makes that one of the rare L's of Emerald. Is the fact that like the way they treated contests, I mean, I get it. It's supposed to be kind of like set up for the Battle Frontier, but it's just like you're gonna do the
Why do
Battle
we need
Frontier
three
later.
battle tents, bro? Why do we need three battle tents?
I never explored those. I couldn't give a crap about it. I just wanted to get on with the main story and just battle away. Nothing against contests, I guess, but yeah, I'm just trying to be like Ash in the game.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
speaking of
Why
that,
did they
Fun
change
battle.
contests like they did in BDSP? That was such a weird thing. They're like, this is the one area of the game other than the underground that needs to be revamped. We need to completely change the contests.
The one thing that's not going to be faithful
I don't even know what they changed about the contest because I didn't do them in BDSP. I just know that they're different.
I don't even think I even gave them a chance.
I'm looking it up on YouTube.
You have to do it like once, I think. But like, yeah,
Maybe
I never
yeah.
touched it after the one time.
So the dance contest is like kind of the same, except like it's a rhythm game now.
Oh yeah, that.
Instead of like copying the moves. But I think like, is it just the dance contest? There's no appeal round anymore. Like you use your moves during the contest, so you don't have like the separate dance round and then the appeal. It's just roll all together.
Yeah, that was stupid.
So weird. Why'd they make contests boneless?
I think contests reached their peak in ORAS. I like the way they were handled because it was kind of like how they were like in Ruby and Sapphire, but a bit more expansive. I like obviously, you know, you have the contest moves where it's like the beauty, cool, smart stats, but like now having all these Gen 4, 5, 6 moves included as well to see how they come into play. And I like how Mega Evolution helped as well in the appeals round. And they even had that feature with like using the 3DS camera where you can kind of change the background to take pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. BDSP could never.
That's true. And they had that thing, they had like the precursor to Z moves in those games too, where it's like your 5-star thing would be the super move of your type, basically. Like it was like a fake move at the time. But looking back, I'm like, those were just prototype Z moves, bro. Which is kind of funny.
Damn.
And there was like a whole like contest storyline that you could unlock in ORAS with like Lysia and like finding out that she was like Wallace's niece or something like that. And then something with like the Chad guy. He had like a Machoke. I don't even know what his name was. He just looked like the Chad.
Then you have to do that to get the Mega Stone for Altaria.
I think so. Like if you completed like the whole storyline, you got like the Altaria Knights or something like that.
I was gonna say, Jalil, tell us one good or bad thing you like about the current Pokemon games. One feature that you like or you dislike.
We talked about like this just previously. EXP all. I'm like I don't have the time to grind, dog. I think we should have the ability to turn it off. Yeah. But quite frankly, I don't like grinding. You people who love grinding, yo, go play something else, dog. I am not looking to play Pokemon to grind. I just want to play, evolve them, beat the champion, and go about my day. I'm not looking to sit here for 60 hours trying to get Charizard to level 50. Like it's just no. I just want to play, and I'm fine with the XPL. So
I very much grinding are liars, bro. They're capping through.
They're 100%. They're coping. It's fine, bro. It's okay to like allow your Pokemon to like all be around the same level.
I agree. There's actually a small grind that you have to do to get them all to the same level with the EXP share at the same time. So yeah, it's quite a fun feature. I mean, I remember back in Fire Red and Leaf Green where I was obviously where it didn't exist and I was on one of the islands trying to grind my Charizard up to level 100 and everything. Back then, you're so what's the word? You're so lost away and just having fun trying to get that single Pokemon up. Yeah, you're so hyper-focused, literally. And you enjoy every moment. And then when it comes to the new games now, you're like, wow, this has actually made my life 10 times
That is the
easier.
crazy part, though, is that Fire Red Leaf Green added the islands, like after Cinnabar Island, to like help with that level jump between the 7th gym and the Pokemon League. And like you could do all that and still be under-leveled when you get to the league by like 10 levels. It's crazy. Oh,
yes.
That is one thing I don't miss. One thing I do not miss at all.
No,
but like it's kind of wild though, because like we don't have any of these like mini games or side career stuff anymore in the new games. Like I think the last one that had one was like Black 2, White 2, not counting the remakes, obviously. Like we had Pokestar Studios, which was kind of ass, honestly.
That one sucked. That's probably why they heard everyone talking trash about Pokestar Studios. Like, maybe we shouldn't dump all this time in this extra
there was so much content behind it too. They were probably mad. They were like, man, we put hours and hours of content into Pokestar Studios and nobody did it.
Yeah.
Wrong thing to put time into.
There's some raw Fakemons in Pokestar Studios too, like some unique type combinations.
Oh yeah,
that we still haven't seen.
And they can be shiny as well, right? I could have sworn that I saw someone make a short about how they could be shiny or like. You could see
that's new.
I think they are shinies.
And they had the thing where it's like if you like became a movie star, like your Pokemon, if you featured it in the film, like you would get like a special like shiny mark when you went into battle. You'd like a little green star that like kind of went up.
Nobody got that.
Wow.
Yeah. Nobody got that.
Got that. They got it for the content, just to say that.
Yeah, It wasn't. They didn't actually become shiny. It was like a unique animation that your Pokemon had. But
Yeah.
That's crazy.
it was something for sure.
I know we mentioned.
They talked about doing the Rhyhorn racing minigame in XY, which in retrospect is like, why did they not do that? We needed that.
That would have been fire.
The game needed something.
That would have fed
they
me
got a
personally
chance
for years.
Pokemon games that don't have any extra like minigame content or features is like just Sword and Shield when you think about it. It's literally just do the gyms, do the story, and that's even done. Like it's
Scarlet and Violet too. What do you do in Scarlet and Violet besides make sandwiches?
Nothing.
True. But they kind of get away with it because they have like the different other side stories, like the Team Star and the Titans. They have more in the main story that makes up for that. But like, let's say they didn't have that and it was just gyms, it'd be like Sword and Shield.
It's so weird with Sword and Shield because I know they introduced like, what was it, Poké Jobs or something? I feel like they just could have like done something way better with that because it's garbage.
Poké Jobs are fire though. Let's not hate on Poké Jobs.
What?
Poké Jobs were not fire.
No, I feel like they could have done something completely different with that.
Okay, they could have been more. I'll agree with you on that. But I kind of liked how it was like, oh, I get AFK EXP farming from my Pokemon. Like I'm ready to log off for the night. I'm going to bed. It's like, oh, send your normal types to do this job for the next 8 hours while you're sleeping. Okay, cool. I'll do that. And then I come back the next day and they're like 5 levels higher. I'm like, that's nice. AFK EXP farming?
Bro.
Fire, bro.
AFK EXP farming is this. Hold up. I got you, fam. This is the real AFK farming, right? You pull up your DS, right? You go to the daycare. You take a penny, Heart Gold, Soul Silver specifically. You go to Morty's gym. You put the penny underneath, and it'll hold it up. Let yourself go to sleep, and then you're gonna see your character. Go in Morty's gym. When you go off the edge, it restarts you. You just go up infinitely, and you go
dead
up
ass. I did this to get a Tyranitar before fighting Red and Heart Gold, and like he was still so underleveled even after the next day. He was like level 59 or something like that. I got wiped by Red.
Jeez, the real AFK grinding, bro.
No, the Lumio City one where you could get on the bike and just infinitely go in a circle was so fire. And now you don't even have the daycare anymore. You just get we talked about this last week. The eggs in the basket.
This is what I was
eggs in
going
the
to say.
basket.
I don't like it.
They just removed it. Sword and Shield done a good job at it.
Actually, the daycare Sword and Shield was really good because you had like multiple spots you could go. So if you just went to the wild area, hit a couple laps real quick, the eggs were done, or you just pick one up and you just go about your day in that circuit.
And now I've got to make stupid sandwiches. I got to get the ingredients, and then I have to click the basket over and over again just to see if I've got an egg.
Sandwiches are dumb because nothing's worse than like obviously early on like no one knew like if the bread falls off you like deduct points and stupid shit. I'm like just like when I was making sandwiches early on,
the craziest part of the meta is just throw the bread away. Just don't even put it on the sandwich.
The sandwich physics are so annoying, bro. It's insane. I miss like the old days of like the way breeding would work with the daycare. Like sure, I get like the whole picnic basket thing or whatever. Like it's supposed to be like a little bit easier, which technically it is, but it feels more annoying because you kind of just have to stand there and wait as opposed to like just running around in circles. It feels like, you're kind of killing time, you're doing something, but if you just have to sit there and just wait for the fucking diddle to just hop around, go to buy the basket maybe. I don't know if it does, or if it doesn't, you got to check. It's like, oh, never mind, there's nothing here. And it's just like, I'm not doing anything. Technically it's the same thing, but if I'm not going to do anything, I'd rather run around in circles than just stand there.
Again, if you could just like send the eggs to your PC, that would make that feature so much better because you're capped at the 5 eggs. Like, so it's not like, oh, I can just go do laundry and like farm 20 eggs. No, it's gonna be 5. So you get to put the game down for like 1-2 minutes maybe, and then get your 5 eggs, and then you gotta exit out, hatch them, put them in the box, then go back and set up the picnic, get 5 more eggs instead of just like, get like 100 eggs.
Find out the timer's run out, and then you got
to make another sandwich, and then that's a whole routine.
Ingredients, and then you make the wrong sandwich.
Annoying.
Then you got to go back and semester goes go get more ingredients to kick. Right? It's too much. It's too much. Jesus.
Somebody in the chat, is Sword and Shield the new Gen 5 in terms of hate? Yes, except it's deserved this time.
Honestly, it's crazy.
Look, okay, I don't want to be that guy. Sword and Shield has a few redeeming factors. Can we agree on that?
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say Sword and Shield is better than BSP.
That's true.
BSP, bruh.
I don't think so. I don't think Sword and Shield is like a bottom 3 game. Hybrid would say so.
It's in the
but-
middle.
Yeah,
It's in the middle. I like Sword and Shield. Not to be biased.
What did
obviously.
you like about it, Ref? Let's hear. Let's hear a Sword and Shield's
It's just
defenders
all
take.
about the UK, mate. All about the UK.
It's just representation.
He just
for
likes
him.
that it's the UK, bro.
I like. I think the raid dens. They even though they're part of the story and they're just something that was implemented in the game. I really enjoyed that and like trying to find G Max and then if you can find out it's shiny. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for exploits, bro. I was changing the day all the time trying to find that shiny
yeah.
Gigantamax Charizard, and then I learned the trick on how to skip it and flip it again. Like, I actually find that enjoyable. Obviously, you're not doing it by the book, but
I'll give you that. Raids were fun. Raids were
They
fun.
were.
it was
fun.
fun, man. And even Dynamax Adventures too. Even though that was behind the DLC and everything, Dynamax Adventures was pretty cool, especially when you finish the battles and then you look at which Pokemon you've collected. And then you even have the chance of obviously getting more than one shiny, and then that's where you have to make the hard decision about do I want to go for the shiny Zygarde or should I go for the shiny, whatever it may be. But yeah, I liked Sword and Shield, man. Decent games, obviously.
I will say
So-
Sword and Shield's DLC, Crown Tundra specifically, I still think is the
Yeah.
best DLC. I know people are saying Indigo Disc, but dog, I feel like
Indigo Disc
Crown
maybe for
Tundra clears it so
concept.
hard.
Yeah, maybe to relate to the story, but I mean that's another thing that was a bit annoying about Scarlet and Violet. There was no crazy well, correct me if I'm wrong. There wasn't any mini game until the DLC where you have the ogre.
The ogre pond
Mini
balloon
game?
thing.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
kinda
that-
whack.
Even then, that's not even that enjoyable because it runs
It's-
at like 10 FPS.
Yeah, like lags super hard. So you're like, bro, by the time you play
honestly,
one round of it, you're like, I'm done.
Yeah.
My game's about to
Like
blow up.
I got like actual nausea from playing that. I was like, I'm never touching this again.
What do
And
you
then
think
playing it
about
with
the-
people's worse.
Oh yeah.
If you play with someone else, bro.
If you're playing Scarlet and everybody else is on Violet, you can definitely see the change. Because I remember, I think we might have played it, Jalil, or maybe it was with Hybrid, and I'm on Scarlet, and I was just lagging so much, and then everyone else is just playing the Violet copy, and they're zooming straight with Miraidon.
Bro, those extra animations for Koraidon are killer, bro.
Oh,
And if there's certain levels as well. If you're in like the grassy outside area, that's where it lags the most because there's all of the animation with the leaves.
Yeah,
But if you're in like a rock side area, then it's decent because there's hardly any animation. I'm just like, bro.
I think the problem with Scarlet and Violet's DLC is that a lot of it, at least in the Blueberry Academy, is like gated behind like the point system or whatever. And the only easy way to farm points is to do it in a group.
Yeah.
So after that
Yeah.
first week that the DLC was out, and I was like, oh, the boys are never all gonna be online again. Like I've missed the boat. I can't even like access
Oh, yeah,
80%
yeah.
of the material now. Like it's gonna take forever to grind. We just talked about how much we hate grinding. That's
It's-
all the
it's a
DLC
lot.
turns
It is
into.
a grind.
For one person, especially if you're doing like the ditto finding blocks, like portion by yourself, it's just like, bro,
It's
I'm
hell.
done. It's not fun.
Yeah, we were able to bang those out because we like 4 of us were in a call once. We were
Yeah.
just there for like an hour or two, and we killed it. But then I would never want to do that again by myself,
Yeah.
especially. Like the
Once
Oh,
that like 1-2 week hype period is over, like so much of Indigo Disc is just inaccessible.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
I can't remember the last time I bothered wanting to play those mini games just to complete the next part of like the decks or wherever I wanted to.
I did a little bit of because I think I still have like Gita locked. So I was like, I still have points from actually the last time we played.
No way.
But I was like, let me just do a couple, just like, and I did like 5 or 6, like take a picture of this Pokemon, go catch a dark Pokemon. After I couldn't find a dark Pokemon for like 10 minutes, I was like, yeah, I'm getting off. This is the stupidest thing ever.
You
Like,
missed it with the boys, bro. You need the boys, and we help you out.
Clearly, because bro, it is like it's borderline impossible. Then you're getting like 10 points per objective, and it's like you need like 200 points to just call one trainer in.
Was
I'm
it like 3,000 to unlock starters in a biome or something like that?
I think so. Yeah,
It-
It's
yeah.
absurd. It's an absurd amount of points. Oh
Like,
my
this-
god.
Grinding is
By that
ridiculous.
point, you're like done with everything with the game. Like, what's the point of getting the starters just to say,
Yeah.
other than to say, oh, I caught them, but like, we
Yeah.
can't
You
even
just
use
get
them
traded.
really.
Yeah. Chat's talking about Pokéathlon. Pokéathlon was fun.
It was heat, bro.
That
Oh
might have been
my
the peak.
God.
That might have been the peak of side content right there.
That like
It must-
contest,
I
I
think it might be.
didn't touch a lot. Pokéathlon, bro, I grinded hours on that. Me and my brother, bro, we would always play and compete against each other. That was heat. That was so.
I'll
fun.
still grind
I don't
Pokéathlon
think
if I
I
replay Heart
played
Gold
that.
Soul Silver.
Yeah, because you hate Johto, bro.
That's all. That's true. I'm pulling it up. I see Johto. That makes a lot of sense. I ain't playing that shit.
Give it a chance. Give it a chance.
Come on, play Hard Gold Soul
You
Silver
won't
just for the
see me.
Pokéathlon.
You won't see me in the Johto streets. Hell no.
That's what the new games need. They need something like a Pokéathlon, you know? Like, screw ogre ousting. Everybody going, ogre ousting is actually enjoyable. No, go play Pokéathlon, bro. It's so much better. It's so much better.
Yeah, bro. I love like getting collecting the apricorns and then like making the little juices to kind of boost their stats. And like I remember like it's so cool because like you'd have
every day your Pokemon stats would change depending on their nature. Dog,
crazy. And I love how like, you know, contests were kind of meant to do this as well, but like Pokemon that maybe aren't as strong, they can do really good in this new format. But like in Pokéathlon, like you could have really weak Pokemon and they're bangers, bro. Specifically like for me, like I think for the speed ones, I had like a Togepi and a Bellsprout. They were washing the competition. It's crazy.
You know who statistically has the best stats for Pokéathlon?
Who?
It's Sunkern. Sunkern's the only one who get 4 stars in every
Really?
stat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Every Pokemon has a use.
Oh man,
That's crazy.
Is Arceus the worst?
that would
Hang
be
on,
fun.
worst
God.
Pokéathlon.
Crazy.
Ironic.
Man, bring more mini games back. Pokemon, what are you doing? I
There
were
a few. There were a few I didn't like. Pennant capture, where you had to like drag your Pokemon around to like get the flags and whatnot. That one was so hard to control. I hated that
That
one.
one was so good. There's a lot of moving pieces to them. You have to like oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. The worst Pokemon is Feebas in Pokéathlon.
Oh, makes sense.
Mm.
All right.
But the best are Sunkern, Mew, Ditto, Giratina, and Arceus. So I put Arceus to be the worst. He's actually the best.
Out of everything.
The best one for me, one of my favorites was like what is it? The relay one, the dash one.
Oh, the relay went crazy,
relay race,
bro.
you just gotta go, go crazy. I like the the hurdles. Jumping the hurdles one was fun.
The hurdles was crazy.
The brick breaking one, you just gotta tap the screen, bro.
Oh, the brick breaking one! Holy crap!
I broke my DS screen doing that, bro.
Honestly, that one's as dangerous as Pokemon Ranger for the bottom screen.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, so fun, bro.
Pokemon Dash.
Yeah, that might be one of my favorite features ever. Like it is so fun. It's like it's not
Sword and Shield
content.
Sword and Shield being a sports-based region and not having Pokéathlon, huge.
That would have worked super well.
They gave us the bike and everything. Could have done something with that. Apart from just grinding.
Bikes served no purpose, dog.
Grinding for the eggs and that was
Those should have been the gym challenges instead of like herd these Wooloo into a perfect circle. Dog, get out of here. Who cares?
It should have been more like sports related, or at least like use the Wooloo as soccer balls or something.
Yeah, that would have been
Wooloo.
Yeah, like something else would have been really cool. Because all of those like mini games for the gyms were like they were all pretty eh. I don't think any of them like really.
The spinny one for the
spinny one for like B
for Alistair and B. It doesn't fit with the theme at all. You can argue with
they were like, we can't come up with 2 different puzzles for fighting and ghosts. Let's just make the spinny one that doesn't apply to either of them.
It's stupid. Go ahead, Julio.
I was gonna say the one that was also super annoying for me was Gordy, the one for Gordy and his mom.
Oh, that one was
bro. I fell through the floor like 10 times. I was like, bro, I'm about to crash out because this is
admittedly, I kind of liked that one. I kind of liked it.
Maybe because it does serve like a challenge. I kept falling through. I was like, I'm about
to used the
lose
HD Rumble in the Joy-Cons. I thought it was cool.
That was dumb, bro. I
never done it.
It was
not a fan.
I played Sword.
Like I feel like at least with some of the gyms, even though most of the puzzles kind of sucked, like they fit with the theme. Like Milo, yeah, the Wooloo wrangling is stupid, but it's like that's like his occupation outside the gym, so it's like okay, it makes sense. And that's with the water one is fine, but like the store inside one, it's just like, what does this have to do with the fighting or the ghost gym? Especially the ghost one, it's just like it don't match. It's stupid. I will give credit.
So weird.
Even though the Gordy and the Melanie one, it literally is just the same thing. It's just here's the ice themed one and here's the rock themed one. It kind of fits because it's like you're going through the environment, which is pretty cool. But like, yeah, they should have been sports themed one. That like huge L, bro. Huge L.
And then Raihan's was double battles, right?
Oh yeah, his was like I mean,
his was lame.
His was pretty standard.
His was just battles, like, but whatever. What are the other ones that they had? There was
what was Kabu's one?
Oh, Kabu's was pretty cool. I like that.
It was like the points, cool. And you got to keep the Pokemon too. So I guess if you wanted like Did a couple fire Pokemon, that was fine.
And like you're competing against the other NPCs, like they try to sabotage you when you try to like catch the
That one was pretty
Pokemon.
good.
That was
cool.
pretty
That
good.
one was cool.
Nessa's
And-
one was what was Nessa's one?
Nessa was like the water maze thing.
Opal's was like the quiz to like try to see. If
Stupid. I'm be honest.
That
That
was
was pretty
bad.
much like she was throwing, dog.
My roommate, he was playing the Indigo Disc the other night. He did like the quiz for Lacey in the fairy trial. And he was like, these are so stupid. Even if you get them wrong, like, which a baby would get these wrong, maybe, but nobody else. Even if you get them wrong, like, the game lets you do it anyway. It's like, oh, just try again.
Yo, speaking of Indigo Disc, when it comes to those challenges, the Crispin one, that one was terrible. I hate
Oh
it
my
was
God.
annoying.
The gathering ingredients. The
My
game says
God.
mustard is a spicy ingredient. Bro, no one has ever sweat having mustard in their lives.
Jeez.
What white person made that trial?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that one was really bad. I hated that.
No, that one was annoying.
What about recommendations then, guys? What recommendations? I'll be generic. I say I just want to bring back the shiny sparkle because, bro, the amount of times I probably missed a shiny in the Scarlet and Violet
A
game.
good one.
That's
Think-
just something simple.
The most basic feature that every game should have is like a customizable space, kind of like the League Room, but closer to the secret bases from like
Yeah,
you
secret
know,
bases were fire.
Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire perfected secret bases, and then BDSP gutted them. They absolutely gutted them. It's like, oh, you just get statues now that influence encounter rates. Dog. Who cares?
Cares.
Who cares, man? I want my refrigerator. I want my TV. I want my bookcases. I want my trash can. I don't want these statues in my
Bro
secret
wants
base.
his room in the game. He wants his room in the game, literally.
They got rid of capture the flag too.
Oh my god,
And-
yeah, that I hated that, bro. I love
I
capture
hate-
the flag, bro. BDSP, yo, don't get me started.
I hate thinking about BDSP. I hate thinking about it. I hate thinking about it.
BDSP gets my blood boiling, bro. My blood pressure's gonna spike. I'm about to hit the hospital.
It might be worse than
Yeah.
Diamond and Pearl. Honestly, it might be.
I'll say feature like future wise. Just maybe because you obviously you have fans, but you have old fans that are really supporting the series. Bring back challenge mode for those who want it. Right, we're all pretty veterans. If you're not a veteran by now, you've been playing Pokemon for more than 5 years, even just a year. You can play on challenge mode. Bring challenge mode back.
You know
Like a
what
built-in
weird
Nuzlocke
thing?
mode would be
You know what weird
fire.
thing
Yeah.
I discovered recently?
Yo.
Apparently in challenge mode, you know how like the NPCs, their Pokemon are like 5 levels higher at the end? Apparently the levels are fake. So like Iris's Haxorus might be like level 65, but it still has the stats of a level 60 Haxorus.
No way.
Like they just forgot to change the stats. It's
Oh
Commit.
crazy.
I need to commit challenge mode. Like I want you to go all the way. If you're gonna make it hard, make it hard. I think it's
somebody
fine.
also pointed out that in Marshall's rematch, he has a flame orb on his Conkeldurr, but that Conkeldurr doesn't have guts, so he's just burning himself for no
No.
reason. Admittedly, the challenge mode's not perfect, but I still think it was mostly a good feature.
I think fix it up because I mean at least in my experience when I did the rematch battles, again one of the few things for BDSP, the rematch battles in BDSP were solid.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they were actually pretty solid. Like I'm pulling up the Rourke and I'm like, hold up, fam,
The
you're
battles
doing
in
something
BDSP
different.
are the best part of that game. Like they actually make
just
every
rematch.
gym leader and Elite Four member have like a valid strategy. What kills it is the friendship affection stuff just being forced onto
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Like I had to heal my Pokemon with herbal medicine the whole game to make them hate me and make the game somewhat challenging, you know?
I feel like it's weird because I do like the challenge of BDSP. Like the challenge curve, it just comes out of nowhere because the game plays like
Yeah.
Diamond and Pearl. It's super easy, and as soon as you hit the league, all of a sudden the game gets really challenging. But
When-
then the affection kills
Flint-
it.
When Flint minimized 3 times in baton pass, I can't talk. When he baton passed into his Focus Sash, Iron Fist, Infernape, I was like, peak Pokemon battle right here, bro. That's the only thing BDSP does well.
It took till the very end for the game to get good.
Talking about BDSP got my blood pressure too high there.
See, they do see. Look, battles are great, and then you get to the post game. It's like, oh, where's all the legendaries? Get your puzzle pieces from down below.
I hate
that's
it.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
so
I think that's
stupid.
the one thing that I didn't even bother playing in that game.
Dude, it's
Like,
awful. It's awful. I've never like had the worst experience trying to get legendary. I don't even like using legendaries, and I was like, this just wants me to like never do this ever again.